A single ray of sun beamed through the tree leaves, illuminating a lone tree stump. Kina quietly approached it as Leo stood nearby, watching. Kina remained silent, taking comfort in the quiet and stillness. Then, as if to touch the sunlight shining through the foliage, she reached out her hand.
It's warm.
Kina murmured. She stood below the light, looked up, closed her eyes, and took a deep breath. The smell of the forest and the sun's rays tickled Kina's nostrils and filled her lungs. A gentle wind blew past the two of them.
This is my favorite place. It's really special to me.
Kina spoke in a satisfied tone as she smiled at Leo.
Owen and I would walk in this forest all the time. Whenever we came here, he would sit there to rest. He told me lots of stories.
Kina looked over at the tree stump. She gazed at it with a loving expression. To Leo, it seemed as though Owen were sitting right there.
What kind of stories did he tell you?
Leo asked her.
About humans and about the world.
Kina replied as she sat on the tree stump. The view from the stump was the view Owen always saw. Inside Kina's memories, her days with Owen began to re-emerge.
When I was little, Owen was everything to me. He was the only other human I knew. And this forest was my whole world. But Owen taught me that the world is greater than this forest. That there are more worlds out there besides this one. That there are more people, and that they are all connected.
So he was some kind of teacher.
Kina smiled at Leo's words.
Yes, he was my teacher.
Kina suddenly went quiet, staring off into the forest.
What are humans?
She had asked this question frequently as a child. Owen, the only other human Kina knew, was an elderly man, quite different from a young girl. To her, Owen seemed like a whole different species. To keep young Kina's powers under control, Owen lived in the forest with her and taught her how to survive. But Owen was worried there was one thing Kina could not grasp: human beings. Owen decided to move into town so Kina could learn about humans. The fortune-telling business was useful for teaching Kina about this subject. His clients came from all walks of life: old, young, rich, poor. Just by listening to their stories, Kina began to grasp the complexity of their feelings, their ambivalent natures, and their various emotions. As a fortune teller, Owen listened to any and all concerns and gave his clients simple advice. His words were always kind, and his heart was always open. He supported his clients, consoling those who cried and motivating those who were afraid. Their tension would melt away just by talking to him. They would come into the shop with dark, heavy expressions and leave looking brighter without fail.
Hey, Owen. Why do people think so much of others? Why do they go through so much trouble for other people? They fall in love, fight over business, and even quarrel with their own families. They hide things from the people they love. They get jealous of their friends and even betray them. Why can't everyone get along like we do?
Owen responded with a smile to Kina's honest inquiry.
Because love, hate, and everything in between are all part of human nature.
What are humans?
Kina eventually turned her constant question inwards, towards herself. Her question grew into a bigger question.
What am I?